Long Beach Skate Park, my home away from home. Mi casa lejos mi casa. A la maison loin de chez soi. Or however the hell you say my home away from home in French. Because I don't know how to speak French. All I can speak is English and some Spanish. Alright, let's see how they say it.
À la maison loin de chez soi.
Yeah, no, I don't understand what the hell that is. No. I've been going to Long Beach Skate Park for more than 3 years now. And I love going to this park very, very much. There are plenty of reasons why I truly enjoy going there, and I feel like since I've been going there for so long, I know the park's whereabouts, and I feel like I've gotten to know this park really, really well. If not almost very, very, really, really well. I feel like I can give an honest review on why I love it so much and how good the park is out of a scale of 1 to 10. So yeah, starting off with why I love it so much. The reason why I love Long Beach Skate Park so much is because this is where I built my transition skateboarding foundation and my park skating foundation. You know, with my park skating, I learned park etiquette, you know, I learned to stay out of other people's way and not to, you know, and to ask people, like, if they're going for a run, and for me to wait my turn and, you know, try to be careful and try to avoid colliding with the other skaters, you know. I looked up park etiquette before I even went to the park, so I already instantly knew not to do that, but once I got to experience it, I became a lot more aware of that, which really, really helps. And then my transition skating, it really helped. Like, before I went to Long Beach, I couldn't really skate transition at all. All I ever skated was flat ground. That was it. All I ever did was flat ground. A little bit of street maybe just a little bit, maybe even none, but definitely all I ever did was skate flat ground. While skating at Long Beach Skate Park, as I have been for so long, I taught myself how to drop in, rock to fakie, backside rock and roll, frontside 50-50 on a quarter pipe, axle stall, backside 50-50 on a quarter pipe. I learned how to pump, I learned how to kick turn. It's stuff like this that really, really helped build this foundation that I've wanted for so long. Cause like, I've always wanted to skate. I'm like, I see people do this, I'm like, hell yeah, I want to do that. But then it's like super duper scary. But after I broke through that barrier and got the confidence that I needed, it became so much easier to skate park. And I loved it. And now I think I love doing it sometimes more than street. If you watch my video why I enjoy skating park more than street, then you'll probably get the exact same answers out of my mouth. So yeah. But enough of me talking about this, I'm gonna go into the review. But before I go into the review, here is some footage from 2 sessions I got at Long Beach Skate Park. I'm sorry if it's a bit repetitive with all of the tricks that I do, but me trying to I only go to parks so often, so I have to, you know, try to get these tricks somewhat consistent and keep them there. I try to change it up a little bit instead of doing my typical line and stuff like that, but if you have any tricks that I could try learning, leave it in the comments below and maybe I'll give them a try. And enough of me talking. Enjoy the sesh. Now to start with the obstacles. Obstacle number 1, the 2-foot quarter pipe. I love this thing. I don't really skate it that much anymore because I moved on to bigger ramps, but this truly did help me build my confidence. You know, when it comes to skateboarding, you always want to start small and then work your way up to it. By me having this 2-foot quarter pipe, I was really able to bring that out to its full extent. I practiced doing lip tricks like rock to fakies, axle stalls, frontside 50-50s. You know, sometimes I do those tricks, they're not really consistent now, but by me practicing doing lip tricks and practicing, you know, pumping on it and just really getting a feel for that tiny little bit of transition, it really played a huge factor in me going up to bigger ramps like 4 feet, 5 feet, even a 6-foot quarter pipe, and being able to have the confidence and the will to push through and be able to progress more on skateboarding transition. That 2-foot quarter pipe is perfect. I learned my first drop in there and everything. I love that thing. Next is the bowl. The bowl, it's almost perfect. And why I say almost is because of one little thing. The roll-in is put in not a very, very solid place. And the problem with the roll-in is that on both sides, where there's some transition, where I can also drop in from, there's like this a giant crack on both sides, or like this giant gap. I don't really know how to explain it, but if I were to like ride too high, like on the tranny, it's like my wheels would clip it and I would slam into the wall, which I've done before. So when I go to that section of the bowl, I have to pump low, which I usually don't like doing because I feel like I generate more speed while pumping higher. But hey, maybe I can pump low and still get plenty of speed. I've seen plenty of people do it before, so yeah. Next part is the flat bar. The flat bar, I don't really like this flat bar that much, and the reason for that is because it's just way too thin. Like compared to the flat bar that I skated at Kennedy Park, which is a little bit wider, I feel like I have an easier time balancing on that, or I guess holding a board slide on that than on the flat bar at Long Beach. Like the flat bar at Long Beach is not that bad, but I personally do wish that it would be a little bit wider so that way more of my board can be doing the sliding. Maybe that'll give me a little bit more balance. Who knows? Coming up next is the 4-stair. I've never really skated the 4-stair. I never really wanted to because the stairs are just a bit like, for me, they were way too long. I think it was maybe like a solid 1.5 feet or maybe 2 feet. I don't really know, but for me, it's like each and every step for me is way too long. But I've never really tried it before, so I can't really say if it's good or not. There was another guy I was skating with during one of these sessions who actually cleared the 4-stair, so I think the best way to approach it would be to roll in from the 2-foot quarter pipe really fast, give it one more push, and then send it. Then there's a handrail next to that, which I honestly think is in a pretty good spot, and I think has a pretty good run-up, so I think maybe if the handrail is possible, then maybe the stairs are possible. I'm going to do a voiceover for this because I wasn't able to truly explain this spot properly, or this obstacle properly. It's the bump to ledge, which also consists of a hubba. So like the ledge and the hubba are hooked up together, which means you can skate down it like a hubba, or you can go from the bump or the bank to the ledge. Me, I don't really skate bump to ledges that much. I never really do that at all because I think that I pump too hard and I feel like that would just throw off all of my trajectory. But I do feel as if I gave it a chance, it could possibly work. And I also recently got into skating hubbles a little bit, so I do think that this also has potential, but I just have to give it more of a try before I can truly say that. Hopefully that cleared things up. Next is the half pipe, half bowl thingy. I don't know what to call this because it doesn't make sense to me. It's like you can carve like it's a bowl for part of it, or you can skate it like a mini ramp. It can honestly go like either way. I usually focus on this part of the park more because I've been feeling like if I just practice getting mini ramps, that'll help me the most. And I do practice pumping on it too to gain speed, and I do feel like having that there as well as the pump track gives a good amount of flow, so that is good. The pump track, I like it. Just to be short, it's good if you pump really hard. Okay, basically, if I drop it from the 2-foot, pump down the bank, and then pump on the pump track, I can fly out with a whole ton of speed and a whole bunch of air. I don't know how to do that, but I do know a guy or an acquaintance of mine who can do that, so I'll show you guys that clip right now.
Yes! That's what I'm talking about.
Next, there's a bump to bar, or there's a bank, or two banks, because you can skate it either way depending if you're regular or goofy. You fly out from the bank and then skate the A-frame handrail. I'm pretty sure that's called the bump to bar. If I'm wrong, please correct me, because I honestly should know that. And I never really tried it before, but I have seen like other skaters do it as well. Or like I've seen like other skaters do it, and it seems to work out pretty well for them, and they seem to like get like into like the handrail like every single time. So I'd say it's pretty good. I know I've never skated that before, so I can't completely say if it's good or not, but I think it's alright. Then there's also a hip next to it. I don't really skate hips that much, so I don't really have much experience on that either, but I know for sure that it skates pretty well, because I actually have like skated that hip before, and it's honestly not that bad. So yeah, I haven't really did like any tricks on it, but I did like roll on it or like ride on it, and it was alright, so that's pretty good. I guess for my final thoughts, or I guess the ultimate rating, I have a scale of 1 to 10 for this park, 1 being crappy and horrible and me wishing to never go there again, and 10 being like, damn, this park's hella fun, let me come back here. I would probably say an 8.5 to a 9. I can't give it a 10, that would be crazy. I do feel personally biased because I've been going to this park for so long, like I said before, but an 8.5 to a 9, I feel like is the proper rating. You know, like most of the stuff that I was talking about earlier is just stuff that happens at every single park, so I'm not really going to complain much about that, because I know that I can still go there and have a good time and enjoy the sesh. You know, like that's what like it's really about for me. And yeah, I really love going to that park. It's super duper fun. So an 8.5 to a 9 I think is the best rating. I'm leaning like more towards a 9, but then every park has its flaws, and there also were some chunks or like cracks like in like I think the mini ramp, so that was a little bit messed up too. I forgot to mention that earlier, but that didn't really seem to stop me that much, but I do think that should probably get fixed soon. So that really isn't going to change much of my rating for it. Just thought I'd put that out there because I forgot to say that before. And yeah, an 8.5 to a 9 I really think is the proper rating for this. I couldn't rate it like any other way, so I truly think that that's just the best way to put it. And yeah, this is my Long Beach skate park review. I really hope you guys enjoyed this type of video and enjoyed how I tried to change the angle. I usually try filming like all the way like over there by my door, but I felt like that was just kind of bad scenery, so I figured, hey, why not film over here right behind this closet of mine. I guess that pretty much wraps up with this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, but enough of me rambling. I'm gonna go edit this video, and yeah, love you guys. Bye.